Good morning everyone, welcome back to another episode of Unplugged TV, cloudy sky Australia. I think we are getting some rain today. That would be fantastic. There was a cyclone far up north which comes slowly down through the inland and hopefully brings some rain. But still, as you can see, we still have 25 degrees at 20 past 6 in the morning. What a great start in this beautiful day. Me and the tractor. Well, we will have a great day today. Still can't figure out how this remote and the... you have to double click and then hold it with a second click. Right. Done. Yep. Double click, hold it. Cool. I like this 3D for drive. 99.4 liters. Oh my god, that is insane. How efficient is a cold engine? That's amazing. And it's 25 degrees outside. I mean, it's not that it is minus 30. Yeah, I don't think this is a turbo diesel here. It is very, very laggy when you... the seat. I can't adjust the seat. I just want to have the seat lower in total, not just at the front. But there's no... oh shit. Well, this morning we are doing the eco run to work, and we want to see how far we can push the average consumption down. That will be interesting, because at the moment we are at 12.3 liters per 100 kilometers, which is insane. And so we are now at the highway intersection here, and we've used 7.5 liters so far per 100 kilometers. 7.5 liters. Jeez, that is slow accelerating. I'm probably halfway through with the gas pedal and it's not really... oh god. Come on here. You have to push really, really hard to get this one to 100 kilometers here. Wow. I don't think this is a turbo diesel, really. We are at 9 liters. Doing 104 on the highway with cruise control on. It uses between 5 and 7 liters now on instant consumption. And the gasometer for the cruising range has dropped by 20 kilometers now since I've left home. And we've driven about 6 kilometers. Don't complain about the gum in the PHEV anymore. Don't. So I've got the consumption down to 6.5 liters per 100 kilometers only. I'm almost at work and I'm trying to drive as slowly as possible, as I always do, and try not to push the accelerator too far. It's even very buried driving style here, and he uses 8 liters. Instant fuel consumption. Okay, let's see if we can get it down to 6.4 till we reach work, but I doubt we will. Oh, over 12 instant. Now 6.5. Car park is here. 6.5 liters. End result: driving from home to work. Oh, see this motor here? This takes a lot of space. Jeez. Wow. Open gearbox. It's a really rough solution, isn't it? Look how much space is in here. You could easily have integrated this motor inside the actual chassis. Oh well. Oh, you can't lock the car while the tailgate is moving. Now I can lock it. Yeah, even the software in the Outlander diesel in the tractor is not great. It is amazing. I'm still driving a diesel. So we are. I've got a customer appointment this afternoon after work. So I. Rare exit. Ooh. It just warned me about this car. Came from somewhere. Cool. Anyway, I have to drive a little bit of highway this afternoon, so we will see how good the fuel efficiency is on the highway with this car. Going up and down the mountain range. Let's see, there's another car coming. See, it says attention, then the car passes. Cool. I like that. That's pretty standard, isn't it? Is there? So what? Oh jeez, he can't wait, he can't wait. Needed to go around me. Yeah, I guess this technology is pretty standard these days. So first time I see it in action, so I'm impressed. Okay, and we are driving with 37.9 liters per 100 kilometers. See, the engine is cold now. It just turned it on a couple of minutes ago, and it uses 18 liters at the moment as an instant consumption, while an electric car would use 0 now because we are not moving. But this one is cold, and this of course ruins your total fuel consumption. Oh god. I've driven the first 3 kilometers and the needle is moving. 18 liters per 100 kilometers is the max, and we are just under. So I've now driven around 23 kilometers today, and the gasometer went down 40 kilometers of cruising range here in the car. Don't complain! So we are now back on the highway here. 8.2 liters per 100 kilometers so far, but the car uses only 5 liters, around 5 liters now here on the dead flat road. And you can hear the sunroof actually making some wind noise here, which is fine. Not complaining. 5 liters is pretty good. So let's see how far we can push it down. I've got 26 kilometers to drive on the highway, but there will be one big mountain in between. So let's see how far we can get down. 6.9 liters per 100 kilometers so far, but now we are getting into a little bit of mountain driving here, some light hills, and consumption, it just went down again. Consumption was up to 7.1 liters. And the adaptive cruise control, see this truck in front of me is turning now, and the car is slowing down. He wants actually to turn here. Look at this, it almost stops, and then it realizes the car is gone, it goes back to 103. So the adaptive cruise control is nice, but it's dumb. It's not very intelligent at all. This happens all the time. If the car leaves the highway, or if the car comes onto the highway in front of us, it tracks this car even if it's not in the lane anymore and acts just weird. So there's heaps of software improvement necessary. Got a similar situation now here. This one is merging. Didn't pick up this car this time, but I had this before as well. Someone merged into the lane here, as this one just did, and I went over to the other lane, and it still tracked this car which was not even in my lane, and it slowed down. What the freaking hell is going on? Just want to accelerate. And you wonder how far they could actually go with these implemented or installed sensors here now, because it has the 360 camera in it, so it has obviously cameras everywhere to create this 360 picture. It has sonar, obviously, because it tells you when someone is driving in your blind spot. It has the radar at the front, it has the cameras here behind the mirror. So with some more software engineering, how far could you actually get in such a car without replacing any sensors? Could you have like an autopilot, or like a driving assistant, like a driver's assistant, which does some steering on these roads as well? I mean, not in the city or so, but on a highway. Press a button. Maybe that's the button for the autopilot, and I haven't recognized it yet. Yes, I'm not sure. The software seems very basic, so it really tracks the car in front of you, and if this car leaves your lane, it still tracks it. It doesn't realize the car is either leaving the highway or is going onto the other lane. It still follows this car, and it takes quite a few, I would probably say 5 to 10 seconds until it realizes the car is gone, and then it accelerates again. Not the best. So, and after a bit of downhill section, we've got 6.5 liters just now, 6.5. But now we've got the big mountain. I want to see how much energy it actually uses when we go uphill. I was going to press the charge button but I couldn't find it because we are going up this hill. Seven liters instant consumption so far, and we are approaching this hill now. Still 6.5. Now at 11 liters. 11 liters per 100 kilometers. That's not too bad actually. 12. I thought it would go all the way up to 18 and further. 12 liters. Oh, sure. See, now it brakes because of the truck, and now it gives full speed again. So 6.8 liters until the top of the mountain here, and now it's going downhill. So we should come back to 6.6 maybe, 6.7 definitely at the bottom here. Ah, this can take a while. I just wanted to do a nice acceleration test here on the highway, but unfortunately there are so many cars coming. That's insane here. I'm sitting here for half an hour and wait to go into the highway, but there's a gap. There's a gap. Okay. You have to kick it hard, and then it is quite punchy. Not as punchy as the PHEV, of course. Now to 100. Oh yeah, it goes. But the you see that? Instant fuel consumption goes through the roof. Oh well, of course it does. That's a silly test. Who needs fast acceleration, really? So 6.7 liters and we're going home. Oh, I just realized the eco function actually turns off when you kick it. Now look at this. Eco, no eco. Huh. Yup, and a bicycle with trailer on the motorway. Welcome to Australia. I actually like this sunroof very much here. It is nice and bright in here, and you can feel the air flowing in this direction, so this is pretty good. That's what I would like to have in my PHEV, but well, that's gone. And so there's now a 80 kilometer zone coming, and I've got the cruise control sitting on 103, but the car's already slowing down in front of me, so hopefully they're all driving 80. They are not, they're driving 100. Ah. And now they are slowing down. And they built a brand new Shell service station here, and no fast chargers. Can you believe it? So now it's working. See, these guys are driving 80 kilometers. And I'm following in the same speed, and now they're accelerating again, and the car does it automatically. That's what I'm talking about. It just needs to steer automatically a little bit, just a tiny little bit. Oh, what's going on there? Police or what? Yes. They got one. Yes, so the adaptive cruise control is very, very rough. See, it's trying to follow these cars in front of us, and the needle goes down from 3 liters to 12 liters, and then back to 4, and back to 8, and then all the way back to 12. It is very rough. It is not as smooth as in the Tesla, for example. That was very, very soft. But this one is accelerating very fast and brutal. And I guess this could be easily fixed with a software update again, to make it a little bit more, to make it just more softer. See, when it sits on 100 kilometers per hour and the car in front of does only 80 and then the car goes away, it doesn't need to speed up like mad. You know, you've got the time and everything, so it can speed up slowly, accelerate slowly and everything. See, now you can really feel accelerating kicks in here. The acceleration kicks in, which is not quite necessary. Again, 12 liters. Then it catches up and the needle goes down all the way. So it could be a little bit softer. It doesn't need to keep the distance that exactly here. I mean, this is just, it could be a little bit softer. We are back home. 6.3 liters. 6.3 liters. That is far better than the petrol version and far worse than the PHEV. On this distance there was probably 15, 40, 50, 65 kilometer round trip now to work and then to the customer and back. No, probably 70, yeah. I had 2 customer appointments. 70 kilometer round trip. I would have charged the PHEV fully in the morning, would have driven to work and then recharged the car at the club. So started with another full charge going to the customer appointments and would have used only a little bit of fuel on my way back home, because I could easily reach the customer's destination with 1 full charge from my workplace, and then it's all good. 6.4 liters. Handbrake. Okay. Turn this thing off. Yeah, I probably would have used maybe 2.5 liters or something, maybe 3 maximum. Maximum. Oh, I've forgotten. Yeah, so around 20% less fuel than the petrol version of the Outlander, but twice as much energy or fuel as the PHEV. So I'm confident the PHEV is the most economic car in this whole series here. On a longer trip, of course, when we drive, for example, on my way to the holiday destination last year, when we drove the 600 kilometers and the PHEV has used around 7.2 liters, I think we will get the same amount of fuel economy with the diesel version. The petrol version maybe a little bit more, but the diesel version maybe around 7 liters as well. So very close. I could have charged in between a couple of more times, but this would of course extend your travel time a lot. So we don't want to do that with a small battery and recharge constantly. Would be a different story if the car would have the CHAdeMO port and you could recharge in half an hour to 80%. I would have used this one probably twice on the trip, and then the fuel economy gets a lot better, of course. But yeah, I mean, so far it's still a diesel. I don't like diesels at all. They cause cancer, they are dirty. Diesel is the worst thing you can do. Even with a filter system. The filter system most of the time doesn't work. Either the engine is too cold, or you're driving too slow, or you're driving too fast. It's rarely in the range where the filter works optimal. There's always stuff spewing out on the back of the car, and this is all not good. This is all not good. Nobody should drive diesels anymore, really. And I'm really glad to see that they are banning diesel cars in European cities now. And they're going now into smaller towns and cities as well, and banning diesel cars there. Yeah, I mean, this is a clear sign. This is the end of the diesel. I give it another 5 years or so, and then it's dead. So whoever buys a diesel now will have probably trouble to sell it in the future, especially in Europe, due to the stronger regulations you have. Not so much here in Australia, because we don't have any exhaust regulations here. Cars can smoke, cars can stink, cars can use as much fuel as they want. There's no regulation here, unfortunately. But it will come. It will come. The future is slowly creeping in here as well. And we will see EPA standards here in Australia as well. They can't go on like this forever. Okay guys, so far my diesel experience for today. I got an email back from Mitsubishi actually, because I asked them yesterday, can you please send me a quick message every day and let me know how the patient goes. and they really responded today and said, look, the car is here. We haven't started yet. We are going to do all the procedures first in one of the fleet cars they have there, the PHEV fleet cars, to get familiarized with all the procedures, and then they take on my car. So he said probably this afternoon, so Tuesday afternoon or Wednesday morning, they start with my car, and then let's see how it goes. So I've got this baby until Friday here, potentially until Monday next week, depends how long it takes. You know that the BCAM, the capacity measurement procedure, can take up to 70 hours. So we don't know. At least they came back to me and gave me a little bit of update, which I muchly appreciate. Okay, let's see what the day tomorrow. Tomorrow I would like to... So tomorrow we do something different. We will... That will be interesting. Okay guys, until then, you stay charged. This is Andy from Unplugged TV Australia signing off, and we will see us tomorrow in the next video. Okay, until then, bye bye.